Again, I always say that God of War is my all-time favorite game, and people kind of look at me crazy. And yes, there are those that probably question, oh, well, how do you feel about the game now that it's going to PC? Listen, you don't have to like everything that happens in the gaming world.
You're always going to have the best performance, for the most part, on the PlayStation 5 platform because these games were designed for the system, optimized for the system.
And I absolutely don't have a problem with it. Is it like my favorite thing ever? No. But is it something that I certainly care about, or I'm going to go, oh, well, I'm not going to play PlayStation anymore? Absolutely not. And people might find that a little bit hypocritical.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
What's up, gamers? I hope you guys are all having a great day today, just full of positivity and happiness, dude. Because you know what? We got some great news in the past week, and that, of course, is God of War is coming to PC. Now, for any normal human being that lives on this planet that we call Earth that also happens to enjoy playing video games, the idea that more people get to play a great game like God of War 2018 should be nothing short of good news all around. There's really no reason to even attempt to spend this in a negative light because there really is nothing negative about this whatsoever unless you happen to belong to one of the most mentally challenged group of people on the entire internet that are known as console fanboys, because apparently to them the idea that someone gets to play a video game without having to go out and buy their favorite piece of plastic is somehow an evil concept to them. They don't like to share. They're like a little child that's upset that they no longer get exclusivity over something. It's like that one kid that would get a toy before everybody else and they would brag about it, and then the second somebody else gets that toy later down the line, they throw a fit and act like it's the worst thing on planet Earth because they no longer can sit there and brag about it, because the only thing that brings them joy in life is this pitiful attempt to gatekeep the gaming industry, because that is the only thing they have, bro. The only thing in their pitiful, worthless lives they have to talk about or brag about is the fact that their console has a video game that other consoles don't have. Like, just sit back and think about that for a second. Your life is so pitiful and meaningless that you literally just sit there all day, every day, not even playing the video games you talk about, but just in this pathetic attempt to try and gatekeep the video game industry. Like, I could just not even imagine being that worthless. And most of these dudes are almost double my fucking age. But anyway, with the new announcement that God of War would be coming to PC, there was a tidal wave of just pure assault, bro. Like, these motherfuckers are angry, and a lot of YouTubers out there that, you know, typically would call out Microsoft for having hashtag no games because most of their first party titles go to PC as well. You know, now they are radio silent or in full damage control mode. You know, a couple off the top of my head, MBG, he's now saying this entire thing is not a big deal when he basically cited this as one of the reasons he was leaving Xbox and moving over to PlayStation. And then, of course, you have one of my personal favorite content creation brainlets on this entire platform known as Saltiest Gaming. Now, Saltiest Gaming just came off from a crushing defeat in his debate with Colin Moriarty, which he's actually the one that challenged Colin to the debate and was surprised that he actually showed up for it. So he was completely unprepared and got completely obliterated, dude. And guess what he did after he got completely destroyed in this debate? Well, he deleted the video shortly after, and in keeping with that fashion, he decided to upload a YouTube video covering the PC port of God of War. Now, the title of this video is Sony is officially bringing God of War to PC. Is Jim Ryan ruining PlayStation or making it better? I think we kind of know which side of the fence he falls on. But like I mentioned previously, in keeping in the same fashion of his debate with Colin Moriarty, shortly after this video video was uploaded, the like to dislike ratio suddenly disappeared from it. You know, that's a little bit strange, but looking at it right now, bro, I can't even find the video on his YouTube channel. Did he delete it? Oh, well, would you look at that, bro? The video's still up, but it's unlisted. You know, luckily enough for me, someone was able to provide me with a link. You know, it really is amazing. I guess our boy Saltiest Gaming is definitely able to
keep that same energy.
Especially when this man's taken an L, bro. But to make it even better, he put out a series of tweets, basically, first off saying, hashtag Bloodborne is trending because God of War is announced to be going to PC. Lol, what the fuck? Hashtag stay salty. Basically making fun of the people asking for a Bloodborne PC port. Then he puts out his video talking about the God of War PC port. And then after that, puts out another tweet saying some of the best memes from today's God of War PC announcement. Life's too short. Laugh. Hashtag stay salty. Well, it looks like he took the advice from the last hashtag of this tweet and not what he actually typed, because this man could not laugh. He could not hold his L, because apparently he was getting completely ratioed on his YouTube video to the point where he disabled the like to dislike ratio, and on top of that decided to unlist the entire video altogether. You know, I guess our man really is hashtag stayin' salty here, but I just think this really adds to the entire situation. So I think we should probably go ahead and take a look at the video in question. So I think without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab your popcorn. Actually, don't grab your popcorn because your sodium levels are probably going to be high enough after watching this YouTube video. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and play this shit.
Silly console peasants! Living in the dark ages, never to experience the beauty of a GTX 3090.
I feel like this dude's probably at the mental level that he probably actually laughed at this shit.
You have one? Huh? That's a graphics card, dude. You have one?
Yup, I got one, man. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the actual video because this shit's kinda cringe. I mean, to be fair, at least he is living up to his name.
What's up, PlayStation Nation? Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I'm not doing so well. Let's just put it that way.
Doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
Kratos, my favorite game character of all time, is heading over to that dirty PC Master Race. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Just kidding. Anyway, Kratos in God of War has been confirmed to be going to the PC January 2022 with 4K support and full DualSense support.
You know this man is hurt, bro. Not only is he losing arguably PlayStation's best exclusive, they're even losing their exclusive controller features, bro. It's a dark day to be a fanboy.
I can see all those PC MR nerds collectively in their basement celebrating today's news. It's been a long wait for those port beggars over there. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Just kidding. But seriously, they've been waiting for this announcement for a while. I know this has been high on the list next to Bloodborne. And speaking of Bloodborne, Bloodborne is actually trending on Twitter as we speak because lots of people have been asking for Bloodborne to go to PC because Bloodborne right now is running at about 1080p, 30 frames per second on
maybe 30 frames per second on the fucking menu. That shit runs at like 20
on the base PlayStation 4. And if you're any kind of a Soulsborne player, you know that 60 frames per second is a must.
I don't really think that applies just for Souls games. I think that should apply for every game.
So since PlayStation has not updated that for the PlayStation 5
or even the PlayStation 4 Pro, which is why people, including PlayStation fans, want this game to get a PC port because PlayStation has literally abandoned it. But nah, dude, it's only those dirty PC port beggars that want it, right?
Just kidding. People have been asking for support on the PC for a long time, so just to let you know, that's trending on Twitter.
Really appreciate it, dude.
This announcement was not surprising at all if you've been following what Jim Ryan has been doing over there at PlayStation. And I said this before, it wasn't Jim Ryan who started this trend of PlayStation titles going to PC.
Yet every PlayStation fanboy and their mother, including you, blamed him for it when games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding went to PC.
During an interview on What's Up PlayStation podcast, Sean Layden revealed that it was his decision before he left to start moving PlayStation IP over to PC to garner more attention for PlayStation titles and to potentially get new customers customers into the pot. He explained it kind of like this.
I mean, it's pretty basic, dude. Sony realized that there are people out there that regardless of what they put out as a console exclusive will never go out and buy a PlayStation console. So either they can never sell those people a game, or they can put their games on a different platform to try and get money from those people in some way, shape, or form. So that's all it comes down to. They want to make more money, like any business would. I don't really know why this is such a hard concept for fanboys to grasp. I mean, they would literally be missing out on the largest video game market outside of mobile.
How are you going to get more people interested in PlayStation if you target the same PlayStation pool? So you got to expand your horizons. Jim Ryan has done multiple interviews and has stated this is the way that they were going to go. The first game that ever went to PC from PlayStation was Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think this is kind of funny because Sony literally had a part of their company at one point that made PC-only titles.
Then you had Death Stranding. We recently had the announcement of the Uncharted collection that was going to PC, and now we have God of War. This was the official statement that Sony Santa Monica Studio put out this morning.
Damn, bro, he's really trying to pad out this video.
You'll be able to enjoy the full potential of our cinematic, no-cut cameras as it follows Kratos and Atreus across the realms with the option of true 4K resolution on supported devices and unlocked frame rates.
So is Santa Monica saying the only place to experience the full potential of God of War is not on the PlayStation, but rather on PC? You love to fucking see it.
PC version includes a wide range of graphical presets and options so you can fine-tune your visual experience based off your setup, from higher resolution shadows and improved screen space reflections to enhancements to the ambient occlusion pipeline with a GTAO and SSDO. God of War on PC can create striking visual quality unique to the platform.
So would you say that this visual quality of God of War is exclusive to the PC platform?
Sony also confirmed that PC owners who purchase God of War will receive the following digital goodies: Death Vow armor sets for Kratos and Atreus, Exile's Guardian shield skin, Buckler of the Forged shield skin, Shining Elven shield skin, and I can't pronounce that, another shield skin.
I mean, dude, PlayStation's treating us pretty damn well. I'm pretty sure you guys had to pay for like a deluxe edition to get all this shit.
I'm just gonna be honest, you guys. I really don't care that these titles are going to PC. Just kidding.
I don't know, man. Something tells me that our boy Saltiest Gaming isn't really going to be able to
keep that same energy,
especially this far out after they released. God of War came out in 2018. I love the game. It's my favorite game of all time. But I'm not gonna lie when I tell you guys that this one feels a little bit dirty to see Kratos go into the PC. It just doesn't sit right. I'm just gonna be honest, you guys. I really don't care that these titles are going to PC. This one feels a little bit dirty to see Kratos go into the PC. It just doesn't sit right. I don't know how to explain it. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
It's kind of funny, man. It's almost like he forgot to put the just kidding after that, but I guess he figures at this point in the video, it's okay to be honest.
To see Kratos go into the PC, it just doesn't sit right. I don't know how to explain it. Kratos is one of the most recognized characters on the PlayStation platform, and to see him officially on PC now, it just seems like that this is the trend that's leading down to a destination.
I don't really know how much clearer Jim Ryan has to be on the subject. He's bringing the entire slate of PlayStation exclusive games to PC.
I think that the timeline in between these releases is going to shorten. I don't think it's going to be 3 years like it's been with this game and other games. I think it might shorten down to a year after release or something like that.
Hey man, sounds pretty good to me. More people get to play a video game. You know, how awful.
But I do know one thing for sure. These games cost too much.
I know this isn't what you meant, but I agree, man. $70 for a PlayStation game that you're going to play once and then never touch again is pretty ridiculous.
And PlayStation has said they need to have these as a premier experience. Many people have compared the PlayStation games to a fine steakhouse, a fine dining experience, whereas games on Xbox and Game Pass is kind of like a McDonald's experience.
Yeah, and they're probably the type of people that say Olive Garden is fancy.
But you know what? Your boss can fucking suck dicks in an Olive Garden bathroom.
So you can't spend all this money and release it day and date on PC or into a subscription service. It just doesn't make sense.
How much you guys want to bet that this take is going to age like a glass of milk? I think Halo Infinite's going to prove this statement to be incredibly wrong.
You need to bring value to the platform. So I don't think at any point in this generation these games are going to be going day and date to PC. I know the PCMR guys are hoping that, but you're going to be waiting for a long time.
I could have sworn like just a minute ago this dude was talking about about how the date between the PC and PS5 release would continue to get smaller and smaller, but I don't know, man. I guess he's not able to
keep that same energy.
And the thing is, you're always going to have the best performance, for the most part, on the PlayStation 5 platform. God of War on PC can create striking visual quality unique to the platform. So the best performance, for the most part, on the PlayStation 5 platform.
You serious?
Because these games were designed for the system, optimized for the system.
Jesus Christ, man. This dude really thinks that this game is gonna run better on the PlayStation 5 than my fucking 3090. Bro, this dude is huffing the copium hardcore. Like, literally in this video, he read the statement from Santa Monica themselves saying that you are gonna get visual fidelity that is unique to the PC hardware. Like, they even went on to say that God of War's full potential could only be achieved on PC hardware. Like, this dude, you know what, I take it back. He's not just huffing the copium at this point. He's taking like a direct injection. But then again, man, the PS5 does have that SSD, so maybe he's right.
The cost of entry for a PlayStation 5 console, for what you get out of performance and the visual fidelity of these games, is simply unmatched. It's insane.
Well, luckily, I don't have to worry about the price, and any fidelity you're going to get on your PS5 is going to get absolutely curb-stomped by my 3090.
I bought my digital version of my PlayStation 5 for $400 and $400 and $400.
Yeah, and I spent $1,800 on my 3090. Who do you think is going to get the unmatched fidelity?
And I did a video not long ago explaining that the Death Stranding PS5 update is comparable performance to a GTX 3070.
Yeah, maybe if you cap the frame rate.
Which cost about over $1,000 just for the graphics card alone.
The 3070 is literally $500. Like, bro, this man really has to lie to try and prove his point. I think that tells you everything you need to know.
The long and short of this is PlayStation is trying to branch out and expand the reach of their IPs. They're expanding into new venues in entertainment, in TV and movies. We're going to be getting the Uncharted movie.
Yeah, because we know how well video game movies turn out.
We're going to be getting HBO's The Last of Us, which I'm super hyped about. They're also going to be expanding into mobile. They want to expand as far as possible so they can reach new people and try to bring them into the fold of PlayStation.
No, it's because they're not making enough money just selling stuff on the PlayStation, so they're going to sell stuff on other platforms. If the end goal was only to get people to buy PlayStations, they wouldn't be putting shit on other platforms.
It's not coincidental that they're porting over God of War in 2022, and God of War Ragnarok is scheduled to release in 2022.
No shit.
They're trying to generate buzz and reach new fans of Kratos and the journey of Kratos and Atreus. And honestly, like I said, it's not a big deal. It just doesn't sit right at this moment. I'll get over it.
I mean, the fact that you unlisted this video doesn't really bode well for that happening.
As far as what other titles are going to be going to PC, I'm not sure what's left. I forgot to mention that Days Gone was ported to PC as well. So a majority of the big titles have already gone to PC. You got that Uncharted collection. Some of the only ones that are left are Bloodborne, to be honest, and I think that that's going to be announced to be going to PC relatively soon.
It's about time, man. Like, honestly, that game deserves so much better than what Sony's done with it, which is absolutely nothing.
As well as a remaster for PlayStation 5, so stay tuned for that. As far as God of War Ragnarok goes, there's some new information that's come out from the director, Eric Williams. He talked about the game and what we can expect from it. He said that this is going to be the end of the God of War Norse saga, which is interesting because this is 2 games. Usually they like to do trilogies.
Bro, the God of War, like, Greek saga was like 6 games. That's not a trilogy. Fake ass fans, bro.
But one of the reasons why he said that they're not doing a trilogy is he doesn't want people to have to wait almost 10 years to get the full story. Because if you look at development of games, traditionally they take about 4 years to make. If you're doing a trilogy, you might have to wait 12 years in between all these stories to kind of get an end piece to whatever's going on. When speaking about the game's ending, he revealed that it's going to be surprising yet inevitable to the ending for the series. Now, what this means exactly is hard to say.
No shit.
Bro, we have literally reached the point of this video where he is absolutely desperate to draw this shit out.
But in my opinion, the obvious question is Kratos going to die? Now, if you've been following God of War, the Norse saga, you would know that's kind of the way it's been set up for Kratos to kick the bucket, but at the same time, he's an iconic character.
Yeah, but so was Joel in The Last of Us, and we saw what happened with that one.
And that would be kind of like killing off Master Chief or Mario. It just doesn't sit right. It might make sense for the story, but I just don't see the series continuing forward with Atreus, whiny Atreus, as the main character. Now, if you want to do a spin-off game with him, that's fine. If you want to go to a different area like Egypt, that's fine. But in my opinion, you just can't kill off Kratos. I might riot, to be honest.
You know what? I think this is the one part of the video I actually agree with them on, because Microsoft did this shit with Gears of War, phasing out Marcus Phoenix, and it was a fucking disaster.
That seems to be the way they're going now. As far as the surprising goes, who knows what that means? Maybe Kratos moves on to a different area and Atreus is doing his own thing. I don't know, but based off of what the director's saying, it's going to be surprising yet inevitable. What do you guys think this is?
I don't know, it kind of sounds like an ending to me.
Are you guys hyped for God of War Ragnarok in 2022? Or has the announcement of God of War going to the PC just completely ruined your hype level for God of War and you just are disgusted? Let's talk about it.
I mean, look at that, bro. That's like a cry out for help. He's looking for like-minded individuals to help him cope.
But anyway, that's it for today's video. It's a little bit different. I know I usually try to give you guys about 3 stories, but I gave you 2 this time. Honestly, this threw me off this morning. This announcement of God of War going to PC, but I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, man, it just really threw me off, dude, but that's basically the end of the video. He just kind of rambles on a little bit longer at the end to make sure he hit the 8-minute mark because, you know, gotta get those mid-rolls, but that's just about gonna do it for this video here today, guys. I guess the key takeaway is Kratos does not belong on PC. End of story. Jim Ryan is ruining the PlayStation brand, and overall, bro, exclusives are the only games that matter. And if you don't have exclusive games, you're not a real gamer. But anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this video today. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for the support on the channel. You guys are the fucking best, and I really do mean that. So thank you all so much for that, and I will catch you guys next time.